20 full 20 goblins.
Today we're going to be checking out the Revv Amplification G20. Now I've demoed all of the G series pedals from Revv before, and the guys over at Revv were kind enough to ask if I wanted to demo the G20. I was more than stoked about it. I got to check it out at NAMM this year. It was one of the coolest things I've seen this year, and I was so stoked that they wanted me to demo it. Now with the release of Revv's first lunchbox head, the D20, which was more of a clean pedal platform, people have been asking for a lunchbox head that is more of Revv's gain tones, and that's exactly what you get with the G20. The G20 features 3 12AX7 preamp tubes and 2 6V6 power amp tubes. The gain channel on the Revv is modeled after the Revv generator's purple channel, that legendary purple channel. It's very tight, very modern, and you very much get that with this little guy, but in a smaller package. And just like on the big Revv generator, you also get the aggression modes. When it's off, the amp is more of like a crunch. When you switch it to aggression mode blue, adds more gain saturation, becomes more of like a rhythm channel. And when you switch it over to aggression red, that's the most gain you can get out of the amp, and it's more like a lead channel. On top of adding more gain saturation, it also changes up the gain structure, the feel, and the response of the whole amp. In addition to the gain channel, you also get a pretty decent clean channel, which is hard to come by on enough high-gain full-size amplifiers, but is almost unheard of on tiny amps. Now, a new addition to the G20 is the wide button. When you add it to the gain channel, it kind of fills everything out, thickens it up, and it gives you kind of the feeling and sound of playing a full-size amplifier. But it really shines on the clean channel. It adds kind of more of a hi-fi effect by adding more to the upper end and more to the lower end, which of course widens the sound out, but it makes it sound bigger and clearer and chimier, and I really liked it on the clean channel. The G20 also includes a reactive load and built-in has the 2 notes cab hardware. What this allows you to do is it allows you to not have to plug into a cabinet and go straight to front of house or into your recording software using the really awesome 2 note stuff. Now, this is something that's extra cool for me because that's basically the setup I already use. With all my amplifiers, I go direct into a reactive load, and then I take the signal from that and I put it into the 2 notes cab pedal, and I control that with the 2 notes remote software, which you can also use with this amplifier. That allows you to choose between a whole host of cabs, speaker types, microphone types, mic placement, room types, how much reverb is in there. You can get a post EQ in there, and you can even control power sections, simulated tube power sections. This gives you a whole host of tones. This is the best way for me to record silently and to get the best, most consistent tones out of my studio setup, and it's built into this amplifier, which is super cool. Now, with this amp as well, you can save 6 presets that are selectable from a rotary dial on the front. Now, with those presets, you can save different channels, aggression modes, EQ settings, and you can save different patches from the cab. So you can have a different cabinet, different mic setup, different reverbs, EQs, all of it, 6 different ones built right in, and you can expand that out to, I believe, 128 with MIDI control, which whoever needs that, I don't know. 6 would be more than enough for, I think, any live setup, but you have it if you need it. And what's even cooler is with the pre and post button on the front, you can actually deactivate the 6v6 power section, and then you can use whatever EL34s, KT88s, whatever you want inside the 2 note software to get a whole host of different sounds. So you can have vastly different sounds for lead, rhythm, crunch, clean, whatever you can do for live or in the studio. You can have just accessible from a rotary knob to have your tone and exact setup saved and ready to go for you. All right, so we're going to hear this in a mix, and then we're going to hear it outside of a mix. I'm going to go through the features like the aggression button and the wide button, and then you're going to hear on the gain channel, I'm going to have it with and without the Earthquaker plumes hitting the front of it as a boost to tighten everything up and saturate even more. And then on the clean side of things, we're going to hear some tones with it dry, and then I'm going to bring in some effects in the effects loop. Let's get to the tones.
Bye.